All right, so cut to the chase. I got fat. All right, so end of my bulk. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. February 22nd. But I did get off my ass and I did something about it. All right, so there you go. It's April 12th. All right, so here's kind of what happened. I found myself very unhappy with my job. I'm still very unhappy with my job. This teaching online thing is not working for me. I find it just dreadful. I miss the connection with the kids, and I was stressed out, and I started playing a lot of video games. Just to get my mind off of it because I wasn't sleeping, one, so I need something to keep my mind off of it, but I wasn't sleeping, so I started to sleep in. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to wake up and do my cardio. I could use the extra hour and a half of sleep. I would sleep in, and anyone who does cardio for a while, all of a sudden you start feeling like you have more energy. Well, the more I would sleep in, the more tired I was, and then I would play video games, and it's not like I went all crazy on my diet or anything. Actually, that's a complete lie. I don't know why I'm even trying to sell that one. I straight up think I went on and it was a persistent chicken finger, chicken nugget, Tostino pizza roll diet. That was basically my dinner every day. Now, during the day, I pretty much followed my diet. I'd wake up, have a protein shake. I'd have protein bars at work, protein shakes at work. I still went to the gym and lifted, but yeah, basically I would go home, play the video games, just try to de-stress, and that was the key thing. And I would just, turn on the oven and throw in some pizza rolls and some chicken fingers or chicken nuggets, depending on what was there, and I would eat that. But I wasn't out eating junk food or anything like that. It just shows you how much just not exercising, not doing cardio, because I was still lifting, not doing cardio, and a change in my diet kind of affected me. And this was for months. This was over months, December, January, February. And it didn't help that I was off in December, so all I basically did was play video games all day, make it to the gym here and there, and eat even more chicken nuggets, pizza rolls, and chicken fingers, because I can eat me some chicken nuggets and all kinds of chicken nuggets. But anyway, so yeah, I'm still there. You go. I still got my bicep shot. Boom. But so what did I do? First off, I stopped eating chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, and pizza rolls. That was step one in my recovery process. It's like a business. If you're in a business and you give it 100%, you show up to work every day, you're going to show some returns. I was not showing up 100% every day. I was not watching, my business. And just like any business would go, you start to just lose that progress. And that is, fitness is an investment for life. It's not like, you can just get in shape. You can't just build a business and then, walk away from it and expect the same level of consistency to be there as when you were there, unless you can find someone to do that. And it doesn't work like that. You can't find someone to work out for you. But, I did. I cut that out. I started my low carb diet again. I enjoy low carb diets. What is my diet? All right, so hold on. All right, so why do I like low carb diets? I don't count calories. I get that a lot when people ask me for diet advice. How many calories should I eat? And here's the problem with that is everybody's different. And when you look at calories in, calories out, I hear that all the time. They're thinking physics. But we don't work that way because we're biological beings and we work off hormones. So someone could be my twin, exactly like me, but have a different hormonal makeup, different kind of reactions to sugars, all right? His insulin may shoot up more. May have more testosterone, less testosterone. May excrete more growth hormone, less growth hormone. Every little thing, thyroid hormone, every one of those is a huge factor in that. So you could feed them the same amount, but one person could lose weight, one person could gain weight. It all depends. It's a biological. It's not a physics thing. And a lot of people, and if you ever have a trainer that approaches it through a physics theory, they're not really knowledgeable on what they're doing. That's such a simple concept of thinking. Yes, if you eat less, you'll lose weight. Very simple. But there's a smarter way. And I don't like to starve. All right. So what I do is I cut down my food. and I make sure I eat 5 or 6 times a day. And whether it's eating or feeds, what I call feeds are just, protein shakes, or, chicken breast, or my favorite always go to is cheese sticks, mozzarella cheese sticks, so string cheese. You can eat 8 million of those. They're filling, they're very low calorie, they're high in protein. So the higher your protein consumption, this is basic biology and chemistry, the more calories you burn. It takes your body a lot more work to burn protein calories than it does to process carbohydrates and fats, which is, protein can take up to 40% of those calories just processing it and breaking it down, whereas carbohydrates and fats, you're looking at 10% or less. So I can eat a little more. I feel more full. The first few days of low carb dieting suck, but it works for me. And this is my basic, usual daily routine. I wake up, I do cardio, I have a protein shake. All right, I have 2 scoops MRE Light. After that, come to work, I'll have another scoop of MRE Light. I'll eat my lunch. I usually have a low carb protein bar, and you can get Quest bars, you can get 5% nutrition, knock the carb out bars, low carb cookies. They have all kinds of low carb assortments. You can get them at, Walgreens, Vitamin Shop. Redcon one doesn't make anything that's low carb, so, you can't rely on them for that. But, and then I'll have like a muscle milk. Redcon does have their protein, the MRE Light in protein, but it's expensive. It's just ridiculous. It's new, they don't discount it. So I get these through Amazon. They're like $16 for 12, and they taste pretty good. So I get the muscle milks. If you ever get these on sale, yeah, they're delicious, but they don't discount them because they're a new item, and then shipping is expensive. So again, I'm going to save you money, all right? Muscle milk. So I'll eat a protein bar or a protein cookie with this muscle milk. And then that's around 12. That's noon. That's my actual lunch. And then around 3 o'clock, I will have another scoop of MRE Light, or one of these, or a protein cookie, a low carb one, because I'm going to go to the gym at about 5 o'clock. At about 5:15, I get home from work. I take my Total War, I take my Big Noise, and I take my MOAB, and I go to the gym. And while I'm at the gym, I drink on Grunt. All right, so those, and I'll get into the supplements later. I'm sorry, I'm getting into the supplements. I'm talking about my diet. After that, at the gym, I usually take a scoop of protein with me, and I'll have that right after my workout. All right, you don't have to. You can go home and have a dinner. In my mind, it seems to work better. In my mind, it just works better. So I have a protein shake right after that. And then I go home, and then I'll have a low carb meal. That's the actual meal I eat for the day. And Kim would usually cook low carb for us. She's been working her ass off. She doesn't get any days off. She's been out of town a lot. So we've been relying on a meal prep service that makes specializes in low carb meals. I believe they're called Little Keto Kitchen 915. It's worked out great for us because they deliver for free. You order it, drop it off at your house, and we've been using them for well over a month now. I'd say 6-8 weeks, probably a while, because Kim had been out of town for a while. She's been traveling a lot, and then again she's working 6-7 days a week. So it just makes life easier if you're doing that. And yes, I mean, it may seem like an extra expense, but considering time and everything to cook and meal prep, it's just easier. So that would be my main meal at night. And if I wanted to, I would add another. I like low carb tortillas, and I put cheese sticks in them, and then I put them in the microwave, melt them, or Kim will cook them on the oven for me, on the stovetop for me, because she loves me. And that's what I eat. Sometimes for lunch, I'll put 2 or 3 mozzarella sticks in a low carb tortilla, or 2, and bring them to work, and then I'll just put them in a paper towel, put them in the microwave, and it's like having a quesadilla for lunch. So sometimes I don't feel like having a protein bar, I'll eat that. And then Saturdays and Sundays, that's usually my Monday through Friday because I'm at work. Meal schedule, I wake up, I'll have a protein shake, then I might make something, I might cook something, some eggs or something, simple, and some eggs, and I guess chorizo también. So anything like that, and then I'll hit the gym, and then I'll have a protein shake, and then by then it's almost 7-8 o'clock. Kim will come home, and then we'll have something to eat for dinner. So it's about the same thing. But what I usually shoot for, and this is what I'm shooting for every meal, is 40 to 50 grams of protein, as few carbs as possible. All right, as few carbs as possible. If you can get to 0, that'd be great, but it's almost impossible. But as few carbs as possible, and I don't really worry about fat. I'm also not into like fat bombs. All right, a lot of these keto diets are like they make you drink extra fat. While extra fat might be beneficial, I find I probably get enough fat from eating cheeses throughout the day, or the protein cookies, or yeah, that's basically my. Oh, I also take omega-3s in the morning, flaxseed oils. So I get my fats through other sources. I don't want to just drink fat or butter. People are like, yeah, put butter in your coffee. It's called steel. No. So that's usually my diet, low carb. So that is my diet in a nutshell. I have other videos that I go into more specificity about diet, but it's basically the same diet I've always followed to lose weight. And as you can see, I lost 30 pounds in about 7 weeks. So I've lost more weight faster before, but I am getting older, and again, I'm under a lot more stress. I'm stressed. So stress shoots up cortisol, and stress actually is one of the limiting factors that'll prevent you from losing body fat. So that's another thing that you also have to consider. That's again, it's biology. I would love to tell you it's physics. It's as simple as just adding calories, and when you're on the treadmill, you burn 300 calories. No. You might burn 500. I might burn 700. Someone else might burn 250. Your body is different. Everybody's body biologically processes things a little differently. So that's one of those key things is when people are like, hey, can you make me a training or meal program? I'm like, it's going to cost you money. So, here's my YouTube channel. You get everything for free, because I literally need to take your fasted blood glucose to find out what it is in the morning, your rising temperature, all right, when you wake up for 5 days straight. I need to have, a food log. I need to take your blood pressure. I need to know, what kind of medications you're on. Then I need to see what your blood glucose looks like after your first meal. So, all these factors that I have to, kind of consider to be able to properly formulate a diet for you, an exercise program for you, any injuries you have, medications you're on, because that's another thing that can make a huge difference. Some medications will make you hungrier. Some medications make you gain weight. They raise or mess with your hormone levels, and they do cause weight gain. Some cause a raise in estrogen. That'll make you retain more water. It'll make it harder for you to lose weight, which is usually why men lose weight quicker than women, all right? One of those key factors. Testosterone is a huge factor in this. Testosterone is a huge factor in building muscle. Some people have higher testosterone levels than others. That's just, the genetic lottery. So, and again, other factors may do that. Cortisol, a lot of stress, will lower your testosterone and raise your estrogen. So there you have it. That's one of the key things, like high stress jobs. A lot of people tend to store fat around their midsection, because that's where the cortisol receptors usually are, and that's where you end up kind of storing it. All right, so let's get into supplements. All right, so let me give you my training split and then the supplements. So I basically do cardio every day, first thing in the morning upon rising, empty stomach. And then I do weights Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays I do shoulders and triceps. Thursdays I do back and biceps. Saturday I do chest and arms. And then Sunday I do legs. All right. And that's all it takes. But I do very high reps. I do a lot of sets. My workouts are 1.5 to 2 hours. So I kill myself enough in that one day so that I don't have to work out that body part again. And as far as like arms, when I say, on Tuesday I do shoulders and triceps, I will do 1 or 2 sets of triceps at the end of my shoulder workout. I'm not doing a full arm workout. When I say biceps at the end of, my back day, I'm talking about, 4 sets of 20 to 30 reps of a weight. I'm doing really high reps. I'm really trying to focus on burning more calories or burning more energy. And as well as that high rep range actually activates type 2 muscle fibers. Sorry, I'm fighting hiccups at the moment. Activates type 2 muscle fibers, which actually are the ones that show muscle growth. So if you think about it, yes, 1 rep may take a lot of energy, but imagine doing 20 reps. How much more energy are you burning? How many more calories did I burn? How much more did I push my body? How much harder were those 5 last reps? So that's one of the key things is I will do 5 exercises per body part and at least 5 or 6 sets per body part. And the 5 or 6, the first 2 are obviously warm-up sets, so then 4 actual working sets of every body part of every exercise. So that's one of the key things. If you want to look at my workouts, they're in the YouTube video as well. I usually do the same things. I just change up the order so that I'm hitting it slightly different and I don't hit that adaptation. So that is the workouts there. Cardio Saturdays and Sundays. I don't do cardio on leg days, so I don't do cardio on Sundays. Some days I would do cardio twice a day. All right. I'm not going to lie, I didn't do it every day like I would normally do when I've really gone into it. I'm like, cardio twice a day. I was just, I'm fighting. I didn't have the just, ramped up, just fervor. I wanted to change. I was tired of the way I was looking. I was tired of being tired. So I had the motivation to make the change, and obviously I made the change. But man, sometimes I've just been like, on a mission. And it was hard to be on a mission because I would continue to go to a job I don't like. And I hate to say that. I love my job. But here's the problem. See that all along my wall? I have a wall of letters that I've gotten from kids over the last 2-3 years. I have about 100 of them. I love the interaction with my students. I don't get to do that via Zoom. So when I come to work, it's just become a chore, and it's very hard to maintain that level of motivation when it's just draining every day, so it's just, I'm drained. I'm literally drained. Kim comes home and I'm knocked out on the couch already by 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm just like that drained father that falls asleep on the couch. It's sad. So I did the best I could with what I had. And that's what matters, is that, the intent was there, and I eventually got the results. And I'm happy with the results. Could I have gotten better? Yes, I'm very hard on myself. I am the hardest person on myself. And but I'm very happy with where I got. All right, so let's get into the supplement regimen I was on. Now, I heard something someone had mentioned to me, and what I mentioned on, as far as fat burners. He's all like, why are you taking your fat burner before your workout? And I'm like, well, to enhance fat burning. He's like, well, you're already going to burn calories working out. He's all like, what you need to do is, because fat burners are working through a different mechanism, all right? They're amping up norepinephrine, they're raising your body temperature, they're causing lipolysis to happen. And he's like, you're going to work out and burn those calories. Take your fat burner after your workout. Because once you stop working out, you're not burning those calories anymore, but then your fat burner is going to kick in with that extra fat burning. So as hard as it was, I woke up every morning and did my cardio without taking my fat burner. And it was hard because I'm usually used to that caffeine jolt that double tap gives me. So I would do my cardio, I would get home, and then I would take my double tap. Or I would take my protein shower, and then I would take the double tap before I got to work. So that was something to get used to. But I need my pre-workout before lifting weights. I can't live without my Total War. So I would use Total War pre-workout before weights. I feel that it helps me recover a lot. I use MOAB, all right? MOAB is a more expensive product. I explain them all in the YouTube videos below, so you can look up Total War, you can look up MOAB, you can look up Double Tap. But Double Tap is the fat burner, Total War is the pre-workout. Now, Total War I only use 4 times a week because I only go to the gym 4 times a week. The MOAB I use daily, and the Double Tap I use daily. So the Double Tap, every morning I take it. If it's on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I will usually take it again in the afternoon, all right? So I'm taking it twice a day those days, but on days I'm lifting weights, I'm not taking it. And then Sunday I don't take Double Tap at all because I don't do cardio, so I only use the Total War. So that's basically the supplements I am using. Let me see, what else am I using? Well, protein. I don't really count protein as a supplement. And here's the thing, like, everyone's like, oh man, you don't need supplements, you just need to eat right. Well, that's true. You know what? You don't need shoes. God gave you feet to walk on, but shoes are a supplement. They make walking easier. They make it more comfortable, right? You don't need your car. God gave you legs. You can fucking walk to work. But damn, that car sure as hell makes it easier to get to work, doesn't it? You don't need air conditioning, but it sure does make it easier to, they're supplements. You don't need them. You don't need the radio, but it sure does make that ride to work a little easier. So all supplements are things to help you get to that goal faster and easier. All right. So, in my opinion, yes, you completely and totally need supplements. But someone else, they love to brag that, oh, I'm supplement free, not even protein powder. Well, good for fucking you. But for me, I don't have time to cook breakfast. All right. I already did my cardio. I'm tired. I ain't got time to make. I envy those of you that have all the time in the world to make breakfast. I don't. I drink my protein shake, get up, shower, and I'm good to go. So, protein shakes, MRE Light is my go-to protein. It mixes up pretty thick. It doesn't give me gas. That's gas is. I am lactose intolerant, so unfortunately, isotope and most whey proteins will give me some kind of gassy or bloaty effect, and MRE Light doesn't. So I like it, and it comes in like a lot of flavors when they're in stock. They do come in a lot of flavors, but very good flavors. So I do use the MRE Light. Let's see, for breakfast, during the day. So I use it quite often whenever I'm hungry or I want something sweet. You can make it into a pudding. Don't use as much water. All right, just use a very little bit of water, mix it up, and you can make a pudding out of it. And that way you're sitting there eating some pudding in front of the TV. So it's something different. I also don't count the low carb cookies or foods. These, like I said, I get these off Amazon. But basically, I am a Redcon tier operator, but I get the same discount you guys get. If you guys, are on my email list, I send you the 50% off days or the 40% off days. That's the same coupon I get, the same discount I get. I don't get a better discount than I'm giving you. So I'm just as, just as cheap when shopping, and I would never ever pay retail for any supplement, and you should never pay retail for any supplement. So that's why I don't go to supplement stores, because you can basically get them online directly from companies nowadays for usually what the store pays for them, and you don't have to. They don't raise the price, over because they have that overhead. So those are the main supplements I did use. Just things to tell you. One. I did make sure to watch my health. I made sure I was hydrated. Water is extremely important. I did drink a lot. I drink a lot of water throughout the day. I checked my blood pressure. Let me see, what else was I very cognizant of? My resting heart rate. That's another thing. A trainer should check your resting heart rate, your heart rate while you're exercising, your blood pressure. All right, all those are things that a trainer should be getting before giving you a program. I'm amazed there's trainers out there that don't take these into consideration and will write you a workout program. Your height is another limiting factor. All right, what exercise should I give you? Because certain people at certain heights, some exercises can predispose you to some kind of injury. So I did make sure that I was very careful about not getting injured. That's another thing. I didn't want to suffer an injury and then not be able to do cardio, or suffer an injury and not be able to lift. So I was also very careful. I don't ego lift. Like I said, I usually go for a rep range of 16 to 20 reps with every set I'm doing. And, as I'm doing them, I raise the weight until I hit, 16. If I can't do more than 16, then I stay at that weight. And again, all my workouts are down there. Some of Kim's legs workouts are in the YouTube video. But hopefully you found this helpful. I'm hoping, I did submit my before and after pictures to the Redcon 1 challenge that they had. I'm hoping I win something. If I do, I will be more than happy to spread some of the wealth to you guys through a giveaway or anything like that I might hold in the future. But besides that, if anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know. I hope this kind of helped you. I hope this kind of helps motivate you, because we all fall off the wagon. It happens, and life happens, and life happens. And sometimes, as much as I should be preaching health, because I run a health YouTube page, a health Facebook page, and I do rep a company. Things happen, man. It's something you have to keep working at, and I'm very fortunate that I have a very supportive partner that puts up with me. And that's the other thing is, sometimes your partners or your family set you up for failure, and you have to just, tell them, hey, I'm really trying to change here. I'm really trying to get this going, and your negativity's not helping. It's not helping me. Please don't eat junk food in front of me. Please don't, give me crap because I don't want to go out and drink. And, that's the other thing. I didn't have a single cheat day this entire period. We barely had a cheat day, and, I'm like 9 weeks into it now because I've still been dieting. These pictures were taken about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, or something like that, or the videos. But we did have a cheat day, and our cheat day was Chick-fil-A. It really was Chick-fil-A, the breaded sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, and it was good. But yeah, the next day I kind of felt kind of crappy. It's weird how your body just reacts to that after just eating a healthy diet for a while. But I don't like cheat day. It should be a cheat meal, and even then, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's you eat a cheat meal because it revs up your. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, it does not work that way. It doesn't. Your body does not just go, oh, I got one meal, I'm gonna fucking shoot up my metabolism. It doesn't work that way. And unfortunately, here's the problem: is I see a lot of people, because initially when we were gonna do our cheat day, we were looking at Wendy's. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get this Wendy burger, and when I looked at it, it had 1,700 calories just for the burger, not with the fries, not with anything else. Now you can literally in one meal eat more calories than you burn doing cardio an entire week. So people, when they're having these cheat meals or cheat days, can literally set themselves back. And that's why you're not seeing change. Why are you busting your ass? If you are trying to pay off your debts and you're trying to save money, you don't go out and have a splurge day where you just go buy useless shit at the mall. You don't. You don't. We don't need the junk food. We want the junk food. We don't need the junk food. And that's the biggest problem I have with cheat days or cheat meals. It should be a cheat meal if you ever have one. Cheat days is you don't need them, and you're setting yourself up for failure. And somewhere along the lines, someone sold the idea of someone cheat meals and cheat days, and people were like, yeah. And a lot of times when I'm helping people with their diets and stuff, and they're if they say cheat meal or cheat day before I'm even done explaining the diet, I know they're not going to be successful. All right, it's kind of one of those things. If you are in debt and trying to pay off your debts, if you're trying to save money to go on a vacation, if you're trying to do something, you don't have splurge days. All right, you can't just go recklessly spend your money. It's the same fucking concept. All right, guys, so any questions, let me know. I hope this helped you out. That's what I'm here for, to help you guys out. I hope I served as some motivation. I tend to usually do the weight gain, weight loss in December every year, because people are always like, oh, new year, new me, and they're like, but next year, and I'm usually like, look, I can do all this in December and still lose weight. And unfortunately, like I said, life happens. I didn't feel like working out. I didn't feel like myself, and that was the worst part. Is the less I exercised, the more miserable I found myself. And yeah, exercise is the endorphins are a miracle worker. So can't say enough about exercising and living a healthy lifestyle. So I hope you all are doing great. Have a great one, guys.